Welcome to Whiskey and Whitetails, the show for those that hunt with a passion and drink with a purpose. As always, I'm Gus. And this is I fucked you up there. F word in the first 2 seconds.
Matt.
He's Matt.
I'm
I'm not cutting any of that out. So welcome to the episode this week. Thanks for joining us. As always, thank you to the Waypoint Network for having us. Thank you to our Patreon for their awesome support and their participation. You too can be a part of the Patreon community for as little as $3 a month, and you get to get inside scoops and all kinds of stuff, help us out with production, lots of cool things, and cool gifts along the way as well. But don't let me forget to thank you, the listener, the viewer, for your comments, for your support, for your shares, for the hating, whatever, however you contribute. We appreciate it all.
I like the hate. Hate brings, I figure for every hater, every like 10 haters, there's probably like 2 people that are like, oh, these guys aren't that bad.
Yeah, that's good enough for me.
Yeah. Also, our store right now at whiskeyandwhitetails.com is down and will be for quite some time, but you can still get us at Etsy. Our shop is alive on Etsy. And for all the Father's Day stuff, since it's the day after Father's Day, because we were having shop problems, we missed a lot of those. So if you're like, why in the world did they wait till the last minute to ship it to me and overnight it? That would be why. So we, in some cases, lost money on those sales. But it's just something you can expect from us. We're going to do everything we can to make it right. Folks, welcome to another inning of savings brought to you by Mint Mobile. Step up to the plate with unbeatable deals and crystal clear coverage. It's a home run for your wallet. You won't believe your eyes as Mint Mobile swings for the fences with plans starting at just $15 a month. That's right, $15. It's a steal. Just imagine unlimited talk, text, data for a fraction of the cost. No contracts, no hidden fees, just pure value sliding safely into your pockets. And here's the pitch. It's a curveball of convenience. Switch to Mint Mobile today and keep your existing number and phone. It's as easy as pie. So why wait? Grab your phone, step to the plate, and knock it out of the park with Mint Mobile. Visit mintmobile.com/whiskey and start saving today. That's a grand slam of a deal if I've ever seen one. Mint Mobile. It's a whole new ball game in wireless. And again, for as low as $108 a month, you can go get you a brand new Apple iPhone 15 Pro Max.
Nice.
$180 for a Google Pixel 8. Excuse me, $66 for a Google Pixel 8.
That sounds about right.
It was $180 off.
Yeah.
Right. Currently.
Nice. Well, speaking of grand slams, if you've ever slammed your broadhead into a sign or blown through a target and slammed it into a backstop and ruined a broadhead, especially a mechanical or some other field tip, you know the pain of having to dish out dollar after dollar after dollar throughout the season on broadheads. Well, with VPA archery, that's not a problem anymore. You ever wonder what happened if you combine a samurai sword with a broadhead? Well, no wonder no more. VPA Archery has you covered. Their precision machine, American-made broadheads are so tough, they'll have you thinking, did I just shoot through a brick wall? That doesn't make... This is AI for you, folks.
Great.
Perfect for hunters who mean business, and trust me, you'll want these on your side when Bambi's dad comes a-knocking.
Oh, wow. That's
Head over to VPA Archery and gear up for your next epic adventure. We talk about these guys every episode. We just had them on as guests the last episode. Great company, great products. We talk about them and we promote them because we believe in them, not just the products, but the company and how they handle their business and creating jobs here in America. It's what this country needs, and they have it at the forefront of everything they do. And we appreciate them. We enjoy being a part of the family they're building, and we look forward to doing a lot more in the future together.
100%. I think that's all we got.
Cool. All right. Enjoy the episode.
We have a 200th episode coming up. We mentioned it later in the podcast, but if you have an idea that would be cool for the 200th episode, we would like to do something kind of live streamy, something fun, celebratory. So we got a few weeks still, but it's coming. Other than that, enjoy the episode. Down we're live. Okay. I have a surprise for you.
If for me?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a 6-second surprise.
6-second surprise.
That's what she said.
This is I filmed a promo.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
I'm Andrew Bean. If you don't listen to Whiskey and Whitetails, fuck you.
Pretty good, I think.
Shit.
Pretty good promo, I think.
Who's the promo for?
For us. If you don't listen to Whiskey and Whitetails, then fuck you.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. I think it gets the point across. That's what we're all about. If you don't like us or listen to us, you fuck you.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. I just thought it was fun.
it's funny. He's a
Yep.
sport.
Do what?
He's a sport for going along with it.
Oh yeah,
It's good exposure.
funny fella. Yeah, he was like, "Can you?" No, I don't want to say nothing bad. I just don't want to. I don't like this hat on camera, huh? Maybe I don't like this hat at all. What?
Sometimes I don't like hats after I see them in the mirror too.
Yeah,
happens.
Whatever. It's on my head now. Colton invited me to Firefly for a. He had a +1 thing.
Oh, cool.
And I work right there, so
yeah, easy day.
Excuse me. We went there, and so they had. I didn't actually know what it was, but it was they made a new kind of brand called Tom and Huck.
Okay.
And it's named after. I barely caught it. I was talking to somebody at the time, but it's I think it's his granddaughter and his stepson, or son-in-law, maybe one of the two. And it's named after them, and they're the ones running it. So his granddaughter's actually running the still, making the still.
Oh wow,
pretty cool. Because I was standing, I was like, "Who's this young ass girl getting like talking?" And then I realized she's the head distiller for that couple. Pretty cool. But yeah, they had it's mostly flavored stuff, which is not really my jam. But they did have a whiskey. They have an 80 proof whiskey, and then they gave us a bottle of their new release single barrel proof, which I think was 110 proof whiskey. So I have it downstairs.
Nice.
And they also had the wax thing, and they were like, which I think I knew this, but I had forgotten it, or maybe I didn't know it. I don't know. But did you know that I still got this band on me? I was wondering why my wrist was sweating. Get off. Did you know that Maker's Mark, they patented the running wax as a patent? Isn't that funny?
Yeah, they did.
It's hilarious. Yeah, it's hilarious. So he was showing everybody how to wax it, and he's like, just so you know, we can't do that because they own the patent, and they have like lawyers just sitting around waiting for somebody to do it, and they'll sue.
It's why no other bottle of any kind drips the way theirs does.
Correct.
Yeah, they all stop clean.
Yep. And so they have like a way they do it, and so he showed us. He was like, you angle it a certain way, and then like you rotate the bottle, and everyone did it. And so I didn't realize I was getting one too. I thought because I came with Colton that Colton got it, but he had to leave early, and he got his bottle. But anyway, so I was just standing there. They had a charcuterie board, so I was grazing, and
nice.
They came, they came over there, and they were like, "Hey, we pulled one out for you, so you could do it too." I was like, "Oh, really? That's awesome! Well, thank you, I appreciate that." So I went in there, and he was like, "Were you paying attention?" And I was like, "Oh yeah." And I looked him straight in the eyes, and I dunked it straight down, and I picked it up, and I let it drip. And then one of the owners grabbed the bottle and was like, "No, they'll sue us." And I said, "I know. I was listening." And I have it downstairs.
I just like to be chaotic and not follow instructions.
The rules are made to be broken.
They're not going to sue you.
It was hilarious. He thought it was funny.
They're going to sue me because I did it. You didn't do it.
I just told him, I was like, I'll Photoshop it out or something on it. But yeah, so I have a Firefly bottle that has a Maker's Mark style wax on it.
Nice. Is it red wax?
It's black. I don't think anyone can use red wax. I think that was kind of that's not true because Michter's has red or no, they don't. It's black, isn't it?
I don't have any with. Yeah, I don't know.
I think the bottle, the label's red, but the wax is black.
If there have been reds, they're dark. Like I'm for some reason I'm thinking of like a Kentucky Owl bottle or something else that has a dark red. I thought.
I cannot.
I don't know.
Think of anyone that has it. I'm sure there is. But yeah, it's pretty good. Got to meet their media team, and so I talked to her, like the director of communications or something.
Okay.
And I told her, I was like, "Hey, we do some like cool stuff with people when they come into town." And I was like, if we ever wanted to come by Firefly, it would be like you'd get like 5 days notice, and it would have to be a distiller or somebody to make it worth it. Like we could just have like a salesperson take us around. And I was like, I hate to be bougie, but that's kind of the experience that we offer. And And she was like, absolutely. So we got that.
Nice.
Can add that to our repertoire of things.
Yeah, for sure. That's you know, I didn't notice it until actually 2 days ago. I was looking at something down by Bluff. Do you know Hilton Head? There's a Hilton Head distillery.
Peter used to work there.
Oh, really? I must
Yeah.
have missed that.
That's where he cut his teeth. As they say.
Okay. What do they make there? I had no idea where I wasn't paying attention.
I don't know. I met the guy at Seawee, and
Okay.
you know, I don't really remember, but I don't know that I've ever had it. I met the distiller at Seawee, not the guy that owns it.
Gotcha.
Seemed like a nice fellow.
Sure they are. I mean, I haven't met a distiller I didn't like yet.
I'm sure that one exists. I guarantee it.
1,000%.
I know distillers that don't like other distillers. So
You think they talk shit about each other?
Bro,
Rob's palate fucking
I think they probably
sucks.
do. I think they probably do. I think they probably do. Yeah, these so the new Firefly thing is Madeira cask finished.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. But it was cool to go in there and get some free drinks, free bottle, free charcuterie board. Charcuterie.
Yeah, the charcuterie board was the most interesting thing for me.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. It's not, but it is cool. I'm glad we got a connect at Firefly. If we can hit up some, have a half dozen or 2 dozen of those connects around town, it'll make other events.
It's just funny because we have a bunch of the food stuff, just
Yeah,
not
we do.
much whiskey stuff around town. I guess there's not really. I mean, I'm sure we could call Highwire and get in there.
I'm sure.
I haven't been to Striped Pig since they got a new owner, so I don't know anything about that. I know that we can do what's the other one? Beyond Distilling. Is that the other one? Yeah.
Is that the one by your house?
Yeah. Pretty sure that's what it's
I
called.
don't remember the name of it. I remember.
Unless that's the weed one. What's the weed one called?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know either. Anywho, yeah. Pretty cool. So 10-hour workday, couple hours there, and then now doing a podcast. So it's been, quite the eventful day.
Sounds productive. I like it.
Yeah. Getting shit done. Which is always good.
Seems like it's nonstop when you're an adult. It's just one fucking thing after another.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yep. I don't mind it. Keeps me busy. I think what's funny is like, you remember being bored? You remember that? Like, I used to be so bored. I was losing my mind, but I don't think I've been bored in years.
No, my kids tell me they're bored all the time. And I'm like, what is that? What does that mean?
What is that?
I don't know what that feels like. You're not bored. You're just lazy. Go find something to do.
Come get a job.
No, it's
a damn job and a hobby.
It's good to be bored. You're bored? Good. Use your imagination.
Southern...
Think about something.
Never mind. I don't know who that is. I find business card. Why do I have a business card for a Weddington, North Carolina charter fishing? Yeah, anyway. Weird. So I wasn't gonna, and then I was gonna, and then I wasn't gonna, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and just do it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I feel as though we have a platform, and sometimes we should use it to talk about stuff.
I agree.
And I don't really want to talk about this, but at the same time, I feel like it needs to be known. So we're going to talk about it. And this is how I'm going to start it. As of May 30th, 2024, 2,459 U.S. military members died in the war in Afghanistan, which lasted from October 2001 to August 2021. Of those deaths, 1,922 were the result of hostile action. There were also resulted in 20,769 U.S. service members being wounded in action. So, as with anything this country does, when we go to war, we fuck shit up, and then we end up paying people after the fact so they can rebuild it. Like, sorry, whatever.
Yeah. Well, it's usually not the people that are responsible for building and putting the country back together are generally never responsible for any of it. It's usually all the people who are left standing there with leftover pieces.
But usually when that happens, we are somewhat in control of the government afterwards. Mm-hmm. And it's almost never a terrorist organization. So for those that don't know, Afghanistan is controlled by the Taliban, the people that attacked 9/11, the people that attacked the service members that killed 2,459 U.S. service members. So again, that war ended August 30th, 2021. So here we are in a press release here. This is dated October 12th, 2023, which means it is outdated, and they really have quit telling us anything. Surprising. So I'm going to go ahead and read this number to you. That is $1.46 billion in aid that we have given directly to the Taliban.
Golly, man.
I did the math for you. We were at war, or we have been out of war for 1,017 days. So we'll go ahead and take that $1.46 billion and divide it by 1,017 days. That gives you $1,435,594.89 per day we are giving the Taliban. The newest number is 40 million a week. We
So
are
I
giving the Taliban.
I found a fairly recent breakdown for you. Since August 2021, this article was posted by Kabul Now,
Nice.
June 13th. So this was today. Since August of 2021, statistics compiled by Kabul Now indicate that 31 packages of the $40 million and 30 packages of $32 million have reached Afghanistan, totaling more than 2.193 billion in aid as of this month.
It's fucking disgusting. And if you don't even fucking try to tell me, oh, well, this is to rebuild the houses that the U.S. destroyed and to pave roads. You're high. You're out of your mind if you think that the Taliban
Maybe
is out there doing that. They're not.
maybe if a legitimate government was in place.
It's not a legitimate government. It's a terrorist organization that controls a country. They're using that money to buy weapons, to train themselves, to put their leaders in mansions. They are not giving that money to the people. And the fact that we're doing it, it seriously makes me sick to my stomach, because all of those, I'll read that number again. The 2,459 U.S. military members that died in the war in Afghanistan, their family got $400,000 from the government upon death, and that's it. But we can give them over $1 million a day. It's just disgusting. I mean, if it's just absolutely disgusting. And also the state of our country here, taking care of, I don't like talking about taking care of veterans, because most veterans that are homeless are doing that intentionally. But say the few that aren't,
Yeah,
or have a drug problem and need to be weaned off the drugs or put into care,
sure.
or even veterans like, I can't pay my mortgage this month. You know, if there's things like that,
Yeah,
that it would be a dime drop. It would be a small percentage of this, whatever you said, 4 billion, 3
Yeah.
billion. It just makes me absolutely sick.
Well, it just makes me think like it's Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, right? We've discussed it a ton of times. We don't need to belabor it here, but suicide and mental health go hand in hand, especially with men, even more so in the veteran community. A lot of times, we hear it time and time again. Guys carry these loads on their shoulders, these mental, whatever, burdens, and then dealing with trauma. And a lot of times it is just one incident, one bill, one thing they didn't that pushes them. It's the straw that breaks the camel's back, right? We hear the stories all the time. It makes me wonder, like, how many veterans could we be helping, even if it's just every now and then, a one-off thing. Hey, here's your mortgage for the month, because I know things are rough. That might be the one little offering of help that stops that dude from eating a bullet.
That's the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, it might be the one thing that gets him through that day, that just helps him continue on the rest of his life, so that his kids don't have to deal with going to a funeral and receiving a fucking flag.
And we'll never know, because the government doesn't give a fuck about the people that live inside of it. And also wanted to do the quick million versus billion thing, because most people don't understand that.
Yeah.
1 million seconds is 12 days. 1 billion seconds is 31 years. That's a big difference. So when we're talking about billions of dollars in aid, that is a lot of money. We just get used to saying that billion, because we give billions of dollars to everybody.
Mhm.
But You can't spend that shit here. I seriously feel like our money is only worth money outside of this country. And also, before you even someone goes, well, they're giving them vehicles and shit. That's Ukraine. They are literally flying bags full of cash to Afghanistan. You can look it up.
And just so that people understand, this became commonplace throughout the war.
Right.
This is how the United States dealt with problems in a third world country where technology and infrastructure don't exist. You communicate and you barter through tangible assets. So when we would go through a village and whether it was on purpose or on accident, kill some people, there's collateral damage, or we accidentally would kill some dudes or some kids or some family members, we would go build them a well, drop off bags of money, bring them some cows or some goats. So this became commonplace. And then I think, and it just became, I think they got used to it. And it was probably,
100%.
I don't know where it came from. I understand why it started, and it might make more sense if there were a legitimate government in place to manage and to be able to audit where this money is going. But none of that can possibly be happening. The same way, none of the money going to Ukraine is being audited. We have no idea what they're doing with
Yeah.
that money.
And I just saw that the NATO is giving them another 40 billion or 30 billion. $30 billion NATO is.
Dude,
to
that
Ukraine.
dude, that
He's
dude
rich,
is,
man.
that
He's got
is
more money than anybody on this planet.
that's the biggest pimp and hustler on this planet right now. The way he has conned everybody into
Yeah.
supporting his little. The truth is, though, man, like on the world stage, I don't know that he had much say in it. He probably got a weird conversation at 3 a.m. or on some international trip with a group of people who were
It's
part
all
of.
back here somehow.
Oh, I'm sure.
So like the people in the Senate, they're not waving Ukraine flags in our Senate floor because they actually give a shit. That money's coming back somehow. They're getting that money.
Yeah, it's the whole.
I hate politics. Anyway,
Well, this topic is not and does not have to be political. It is what it is, and the purpose of having this discussion was to bring awareness to the fact that
yeah,
the
the
government
Taliban thing, not Ukraine. I don't.
right
I'm
the,
gonna
the
keep my mouth shut on
government
Ukraine.
the government that answers to us or is supposed to is spitting every American right in the face every
Yeah.
week when they
You're
send a
witnessing the
pallet.
end of the republic. Everybody knows this is how Rome fell. They start figuring out how to get themselves more money. Go look up how they did it. A lot of it was done through aid. They say history doesn't repeat itself, but it sure as fuck rhymes.
Yeah, and we have generations of leaders sitting on Capitol Hill who have not studied or paid any attention to history.
Right.
None of these people are true statesmen that sit in that none of them actually care, I don't think, at the end of the day, about the well-being of this country. There may be a few naive congressmen, but like I feel like after a couple terms, you're still there for a reason, and it has nothing to do with trying to make change or progress.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Nope. I don't know what's going on, but it's not good. And yeah, I just wanted people to be aware of that. I mean, it's the Taliban, folks. It's not it's not like a fair, they don't have elections. I mean, it's just the Taliban. Like it's the fucking Taliban. I don't even need to explain.
They burn women and children for taking candy from Americans.
Dude, they will kill you for taking a selfie and having your face in it. Like they don't, they're like some parts of the Taliban are that strict. They don't allow photography of your face because they believe that it removes part of your soul or some weird shit. But I mean, it's like, yeah, they're throwing people off buildings, like those tourists that you sent me the other day that were like they were going to bike through Afghanistan to show like how safe it is now under Taliban rule, and then they killed them.
Yeah. What did you expect? It's like everybody was so like distraught and oh my god, I can't believe you can't. Did you not flip on and flip through a news channel in the last 30 years at all?
Yeah. So I can go to state.gov and pull up the Taliban report on the Taliban's war against women. And you can go in there and read Taliban perpetrated egregious acts of violence against women, including rape, abduction, forced marriage. Some families resulted in sending their daughters to Pakistan or Iran just to protect them. Afghan women living under the Taliban virtually have had the world of work closed. What? Virtually had the world of work closed to them. Oh, yeah, they can't work. Now, why did they say it that way? Forced to quit their jobs as teachers, doctors, nurses, clerical workers when the Taliban took over. Women, not only very limited circumstances, a tremendous asset was lost to society that desperately needed trained professionals. As many as 50,000 women who had lost husbands and males during the war were reduced to selling all their possessions, and they ended up living on the street. They're not allowed to go anywhere. They have no basic rights. I mean, it's just on and on and on. And we're like, yeah, let's give them $40 million a week. Disgusting. All right. Let's move on to fun news.
All right.
Which one I want to start with? You want to do Florida man first?
Of course.
All right. This one's not as crazy. I think it's hilarious. All right. Florida man allegedly claimed to be Mr. Monopoly and said that his birth date was 4/20/69 during his arrest.
Nice.
This article is crazy because it says police spoke to him and asked for his name, but he didn't respond. After a few attempts, Howard told officers that his name was Mr. Monopoly, the affidavit said. He also provided a date of birth of 4/20/69. After checking his driver's license, police were able to verify that wasn't the case.
You think?
Yeah, you know
and he's since been released on a $1,000 bond.
Yeah. That's hilarious. 4/20/69. I would have never thought to say that. That would kind of work too.
Depending on your age.
Yeah.
They kind of look like Jacob with a mustache.
Yeah, he did kind of look like Jake. All right. So New Orleans mystery. Human skull padlocked to a dumbbell was pulled out of the water by a fisherman.
Oh, man.
So this guy was magnet fishing. He found a gun and then a 15-pound dumbbell that was padlocked around a skull, which was fully decomposed, lacking a jaw or top row of teeth.
Jesus.
Off the Bayou St. John Bridge. Off the Bayou St. John Bridge. I don't know.
So this must be AI writing these things.
Yeah, because this doesn't make much sense.
The magnet fisherman flagged down a passing officer after making the find off
the bayou.
Off the Bayou St. John Bridge.
So I guess he was on the St. John Bridge. I
guess Bayou St. John is the name of the bridge.
Oh.
I'm surprised he didn't find more around New Orleans.
Right. It makes me wonder where that place is. I should have looked that up. Yeah, I wouldn't really be surprised to find something off a bridge in the middle of New Orleans.
Oh, no. All kinds of stuff. The place.
All right. This is the last, boring one. The next two are pretty crazy. Photographer disqualified from AI image contest after winning with a real photo.
This is like, have you seen the advertisements for the new Olympic type games? They want it to be, it's called the enhanced games, and athletes there's no drug testing. Athletes are allowed to be on whatever drugs they want. It's just, I think it's interesting because it's a different way of competing, right? The level of competition is going to be way higher. But one thing people don't understand is that taking performance enhancing drugs doesn't magically make you good. Like, you still got to work your ass off to be the best.
You just got a little bit of a benefit though.
Yeah, you just recover faster, and it would be interesting to see how that works out. What is this?
This is one of
are these AI photos?
Yeah, this is an AI photo. You can tell because it's fucking creepy.
They are so creepy all the time too. Like, the fingers look so human.
It's getting better, dude. It's getting way better. Have you seen the comparison with the one of Will Smith eating French fries or whatever it was? It's getting way better. But yeah, that looks like an AI generated image because there's no head. It's just a weird flamingo thing standing in the snow.
Anyways, I brought up the other thing that
the
flamingo reminded me. This is akin to one of those athletes winning gold and then turning out they take it away from him because it turns out he was not on any performance enhancing drugs.
Oh yeah. You can't win because you did this naturally. All right, Airbnb renters. So I figured out a way to live somewhere for free. We just got to go to North Carolina. Airbnb renters refuse to leave, put up no trespassing sign on North Carolina's woman's property. But it says, if you try to enter, we will press charges for violation of expectation of privacy. So yeah, months-long Airbnb rentals become a nightmare for North Carolina hosts. They're refusing to leave until there's an eviction order, and I think they're just trying to gain time to stay there for free because they haven't paid me anything.
Mm.
So they checked in October 25th with a checkout date of May 24th, and they went to clean the rental, and they're still there. They answered the door and said, "No, we haven't moved out." She said, "Should I come tomorrow?" And they said, "No, don't come back."
What the fuck?
Yeah. We will vacate the property when you file the proper paperwork with the civil magistrate for an eviction, for we are legal residents of this home. This poor lady. She's like, "This is my place. I'm counting on this income. My son's in college. I'm a single parent." But it says she contacted Airbnb and they basically said, get help for your safety and get whatever legal help you have to do to get them out.
Yeah. The longer they stay, the more rights they develop. So that's wild.
Right? Isn't that crazy? You can just quit paying and you have the right to stay there. What have we done to this world?
I'm about to do that here at First Key.
You
Just
should.
kidding.
You should. Other than being a giant piece of
Giant
shit.
piece of shit. Yeah.
All right, last one.
It's a pretty shitty thing to do.
Man coughed and sneezed during breakfast at U.S. diner, then his colon fell out.
What the fuck? Oh my god. Remained in the
63-year-old
hospital.
man
Fell out.
sneezed and coughed at the same time while eating breakfast at a U.S. diner, only to find out his colon had fallen out of his body. Felt a wet sensation, after which came a sharp pain. The man had recently undergone abdominal surgery, with the doctors assuring him that the incision had healed. But when he left up his shirt, he saw inches of his colon coming out of the wound.
Oh shit.
When they arrived, they found a 3-inch opening with a large amount of bowels visible. Luckily, the blood loss was minimal, and there was no damage to the exposed organ. Once he was taken to the hospital, surgeons put his bowel back into his abdomen.
Wow. I think I have shitty days at work.
No shit, right?
God, that sounds awful.
Yeah, that would suck. Absolutely suck. When I saw that, I was like, no way, because I like sneeze and cough, or like fart cough, like a double pipe classic, as they call it.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I have pretty violent sneezes. I couldn't imagine if I sneezed and farted and like blew my intestines out.
Dude, I've had situations where I have like the hiccups, and I need to hiccup but sneeze like at the same time, and my body doesn't know what the fuck to do. It's really weird. Like it does like a half-ass version of both, and neither of them leave my brain satisfied that it took care of what it needed. Whatever the little tick is supposed to take care of, the brain's like, wasn't quite it, and it just leaves me in this weird funk for like 20 minutes
From hiccups.
from trying to hiccup and sneeze at the same time.
Oh,
And it's like they interrupt each other, and it just does.
oh,
It's awful.
I hate hiccups more than probably any other bodily function.
I had this weird, like totally irrational fear of hiccups when I was younger because of a TV show. I want to say it was an episode of Grey's Anatomy or ER where I saw and overheard this scene where a patient had the hiccups for like, I don't know, it was 90 something days straight. And it turned out to be a very rare one-off side effect of having AIDS. And she was,
wow.
They were like about to die like any minute. And I just remember thinking, every time I get the hiccups, I didn't even know what AIDS was. Like,
You have AIDS?
Yeah. I was just like, oh my God, I got AIDS. But I had no idea what that was. And then when I got old enough to learn what it was, I was like, oh, that's such a dumb thing to be worried about.
Yeah, pretty stupid. It's like like a quicksand. Like growing up, we always thought quicksand was going to be like
like a way bigger problem than it
Yeah.
actually is. Yeah. Like I'm gonna probably see this shit a lot. I better know. I better have a rope.
I better know how to I gotta carry a broomstick with me everywhere I go.
I better have my Indiana Jones whip just in case.
One time, you know how when we were younger. Well, this was in Missouri when we lived in Missouri.
Yeah.
Do you remember the name of that road? You used to. Sunshine Lane.
Sunshine Lane.
Yeah.
210 Sunshine Lane was the. Yeah.
There you go. So when we lived there, you know how like Dare was everywhere, telling us not to do drugs and all that.
Yeah.
So
they could see.
I didn't know what smoking pot. What'd you say?
So they could see us now.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I didn't know what smoking pot was, but I knew that like we called soda pop.
Right.
And my grandma was smoking a cigarette and drinking a Pepsi. And I told my mom that grandma was smoking pop.
Oh, pop.
Yeah. Big deal. Big thing. I had to like explain myself. They were like, "What do you mean when she was smoking pot?" And I was like, "Yeah, she had a Pepsi and she had a cigarette. She was smoking, with pop." And they were
She's
like,
smoking with pop. Yeah.
"Oh,
Oh, that's funny.
yeah, hiccups." I just because I googled it real quick. It's a spasm in your diaphragm, but yeah, it's just pretty common for your hiccups to last up to 2 days. How do you sleep?
No idea.
Excuse me. If your hiccups last longer than 2 days, they're considered chronic. 2 days, dude. If my hiccups last like 10 hours, I'm gonna
Freaking the fuck out.
something's gonna happen.
Dude, if I had them longer than 20 minutes, I'm on WebMD.
Oh yeah.
Probably find out I have AIDS.
What's funny is like all I got to do is stop thinking about it and they'll go away. Because if I start trying to like fix them,
Yeah.
like drinking water through paper towels, all that stuff's bullshit.
All
None
that
of that
shit,
works.
yeah.
Drink water upside down. I ate Skittles upside down one time, and all the Skittle juice ran out of my nose, and it burned the shit out of me.
I bet that was terrible.
Yeah, I was leaning backwards on a couch.
I used to use in high school. We used Skittles to help us cut weight for wrestling.
How?
To keep Skittles in your mouth, it'll cause you to salivate. You just
Oh
spit.
wow.
You just drain water weight by spitting for like an hour bus ride to a game. Drop a
Wow.
bunch. It's with guys that are like really close on not cutting weight. They'd be like in a trash bag or like one of those sweatsuits. None of it is anything that I would ever condone or allow my kids to do today.
It
It's very
sounds
very
bad.
unhealthy. It's not
Yeah.
healthy at all. And this was during a time where that stuff just was normal, right? The concussion protocols, a lot of the heat safety protocols it was like 5 years after that stuff really started to take off and become more mainstream with heat injuries and things like that. That stuff wasn't when we were in high school. That stuff wasn't a thing.
Do you have to weigh in before the fight, or is it like we're
Yeah.
for me with boxing, where like you weigh in and the fight's like the next day?
No, you weigh in like before the match. Like,
Wow. So
I'm
you're
talking minutes.
wrestling dehydrated.
Yeah, dude, it's rough. Now, what
Wow.
you hope is that you can get there early enough and that your match is later so that you can immediately weigh in and try to get some fluids and water in you. Hopefully shit drags out and you don't have to wrestle for an hour or
Wow.
at least. But yeah, it can be
That sounds terrible.
brutal. Yeah.
I could never get into wrestling because of the starting position.
Yeah.
I was
Well,
just like, ugh.
yeah, after, yeah, it's a little weird, but
It's a little weird. It's like
a
some
good skill
ancient
to
Greek
learn.
shit. Are
Yeah.
you still good at it?
No, not really. I was never that great at it. Good enough.
You're better at
uh,
saxophone.
good enough between wrestling for a little bit in high school, sparring, and just doing stuff with my old man, stuff he taught me, and then taking some pseudo boxing classes. Like I can defend myself.
That's
I
all you got
guess,
to do.
but I'm not like I wasn't a world class wrestler by any means. I did it because I thought it could help me stay in shape for playing hockey. It turned out it was very counterproductive to staying in shape for hockey. Cutting weight and running all the time is not what you're trying to do in the middle of hockey season.
No, for sure.
I didn't know that. I was just like, oh, wrestling, cool. They need people, and it's like a huge team. People get hurt all the time, so pretty much if you show up, you're on the team. Just needed something to do. Boy, did I sign myself up for some shit.
I'm also going to shout this guy out because I bought this shirt. It's very rare that I that I just buy a shirt, but this shit is hilarious. All right, so it's called the PUEO Defense Group. Look at this shirt, dude.
Oh my god.
I am extremely intoxicated and have a gun in my waistband. That's what the shirt says. For those just listening. I bought it. I think it's hilarious. This one too. I have 100% off coupon in my waistband.
I like that one. Yeah. Shit.
I'm not happy to see you. That's just my gun.
Dude, these shirts are great.
Yeah, they're hilarious. You talk a lot of shit for someone within the effective range of a 9mm. The anti drive-by club.
Oh god. What else is there? Nice.
Yeah.
What did I say? If I don't win this match,
If I don't win this match, I'm going to kill myself.
this
In 1991, in 1993, the ATF and FBI burned alive and shot to death 75 Americans in Waco, Texas, including 25 children and 2 pregnant women. That's what
that's
this
the whole
shirt
shirt.
says.
That's
Yeah.
the whole fucking shirt.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
I thought it was hilarious. But yeah, I can't wait to wear that shirt. What I forgot what it says. It says, I'm extremely intoxicated and have a gun in my waistband. I mean, yeah, that's hilarious. I don't know where I'm going to wear it to, but I'm
I'm
going
just
to wear
thinking
it.
of where to wear it.
Probably like Camp Hero or something like that. I don't think I'll wear that in public.
Oh, come on.
I mean, I might. I don't know. I should wear it to the gym. That'd be my new gym shirt.
You should wear it to like a find out when West Ashley or someone close by is doing their national night out with the police department.
Oh yeah,
Or they
that
do
would be
like the
fun
walk
too.
around neighborhoods and the big community thing. Just go hang
Yeah.
out in that shirt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I might
I was
just
trying
walk
to
down
find
Folly Road wearing it.
I found I found that apartment complex that we used to live in. I'm trying to find a better picture of it.
Did you?
Yeah.
I remember like the wood stairs outside, like the railings.
Yeah.
And I think there was like brick flower beds at the bottom, but I swear I don't remember that much more about it.
I don't know how much it's holy moly. Look at that.
What are you looking at?
That's the building, the brick building. It's the backside. It's not the side I don't think that we lived on. But hold on, I'll share it. The
Yeah.
screen.
Present.
Oh my god, you can see inside too. How fucking wild. Hang on.
I'm definitely down to go down this rabbit hole. About see how many flashbacks I have.
Present. Share screen. And I want to share.
Did you have a toy box that was a football?
Yeah, sure did.
Yeah. Oh shit, dude. Yeah. That's
You see it, man?
Oh my god, dude. Not much has changed. I'm pretty sure that's what the kitchen looked like when we lived there.
Bro, I felt like that kitchen was so big when I was a kid. Like to the left of the corner
Compared
of that
to
wall
base
there.
housing, dude, we lived in a
Oh, I know.
we
I
lived
know.
off base. We were cool.
I know. It's crazy.
I think I have pictures of me in that bathtub.
This is 210 Sunshine Lane.
Yeah,
This
I
is
know.
my
That's
fucking
what I'm
house.
saying. That's what I'm
I
saying.
just realized that. I was just looking for something at Sunshine Lane.
Yeah, that's your
Yeah,
actual
this is the house that I lived in when.
And that was your bedroom on the left,
Holy
right?
shit. Yeah, right back here. That's
Yep.
so crazy. I got my ass beat in the bedroom in that hallway more than a couple times for being a little shit, man.
Dude, this is
I remember
fascinating.
I got in trouble and I walked. My mom gave me a spanking in this room, and I walked out here, stormed out here to the living room. And I just looked at her with like attitude, and I said, "Didn't hurt." And I walked back to my room, and she went and woke up my dad, who was working nights, and
Oh,
woke him
boy.
up to make sure I remembered what that whooping felt like.
Dude,
I only got spanked by my mom and dad a handful of times, and that I remember that one.
I remember that wall. Dude, I remember all of this now.
It's crazy. Let's see what else there is. Just a window. I don't know. All this shit's gonna be way different. It's been 30 something years. Like, I don't think this building was here. I only remember there being two
I only
buildings.
remember there being 2. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
There was if I recall correctly, on the other side of these buildings was a row of single story little, I guess you call them townhouses, little duplexes or units. And there's a little old lady that lives on the corner. Do you remember her?
No, you told me about her before. I don't remember.
Yeah,
See, the
she
thing is,
would,
you were a year older than me, which that doesn't mean anything now. But back
at that
then,
age, there's a
at
lot, it's
that
a big
age, a year
difference.
older than me, you're gonna remember a lot more shit than I do.
It's a lot different. I get it. But yeah, I used to go over there all the time, and she would peel carrots and have carrots, and I would eat carrots, and I don't know, she would talk about what old people talk about to little kids, but I was just interested in free snacks. So
Yeah,
anyways,
that's wild.
that's crazy. That's so funny. I can't believe I didn't even realize the damn The address. That's crazy. Wonder how much it is.
800 square feet. Dude. And we could hear through the walls. Like your
Oh,
mom used to always
hear
complain about
everything.
my dad's alarm going off.
Oh, she'd complain about the alarm, and she could hear
Hear him shaving and hitting the razor on the sink.
tapping the razor on the
Yeah.
sink. Yeah, that's when the Gillette like reusable things had just gotten popular, so everyone had that nice little heavy the first
Yeah.
version of the Gillette. And ting 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 ting. I remember my
Yep.
dad doing it. It was loud
Dude,
as
I
hell.
remember my dad doing it in high school. Like that's been like my whole life. That's the reason I've never done it. I mean, I don't shave anymore, but
Yeah.
I've never done it. I always just rinse until it's clean.
Oh, it's off the market. Like I was gonna buy it. That'd be something cool to buy.
Oh yeah.
Buy your childhood houses. Anyways, that's cool. How do I stop? Nope. It's in recording. Almost fucked
Yeah,
that
don't
up.
hit that one. If you go to the
Remove.
screen you're
Got it.
sharing, yeah. That's pretty crazy.
Huh.
I guess we could just pull up Zillow and see what houses are going for in
Yeah.
Knob Noster, Missouri. Such a crazy name.
I gotta get
The most expensive one for sale is 2,085 square feet. Looks like a home. 1009 Charles Street, Knob Noster, Missouri. It is 359,000. That's the most expensive thing in that town.
goodness. Do you remember the fairs they used to have in town? They shut down Main Street and
I
fill
feel
up
like I do.
a whole town with a fair.
Yeah, I feel like I do because I remember like when they would come home from the war. I remember like they would parades and stuff, so I think that's probably what I remember. Maybe not the fair. Do you remember that store across the street right across from the train tracks? That like country store.
Yeah, like that general store, little grocery store and stuff. Yeah.
First place I ever stole from, and I got caught.
Oh, you got caught?
Yeah.
I got caught stealing in oh shit, man. It was in Missouri as well at the PX.
Dude, you stole on base?
Yeah.
Even I know better than that.
Baller. I'm fucking around. I don't care.
You're a real criminal, dude.
I don't care. Yeah. No. I'm sorry. It wasn't there. It was at Hill Air Force Base. That's where that happened. And what it was I really wanted some gum, and Mom said no. And I didn't actually steal the gum. I opened it, took a piece, put it in my pocket, and saved it for later. I just took a piece of gum, and loss prevention saw it and stopped us at the thing and told my mom, and then my mom told my dad.
And he didn't kill you, but I'm sure you got close.
He's pretty upset. Yeah, I didn't get spanking. We had a long discussion about honesty and thieves.
Is that the way to do it, raising kids? Like sometimes you just got to beat the shit out of them. Other times you got to like have a conversation.
I
know you're not a spanker.
No, I probably, I mean, I'll admit I'm not a perfect parent by any means. And each of my kids has probably gotten a spanking from me no more than 2 times. I can tell you, I can think of almost every single one of them were not that I'm justifying the spanking, but it came after being repeatedly told not to do something and then it happening and it resulting in themselves or someone else or property being hurt, damaged, or whatever.
Yeah.
It was in the moment. Don't recommend it. But I
beat my
find
wife every time she breaks something around the house. I mean,
sometimes you have to, you just get them a little
it's not like
elbow here
I'm
and there.
putting marks on her face, but I'll tie her up and hold her down and just wail on her for a little bit.
Yeah.
With like a sock, I'm not.
Sometimes they like it, Anyways, I find what was most effective with me was just talking. Like,
Yeah.
I would have much rather you beat the shit out of me than my old man sit on the bed next to me and tell me how disappointed he is in me. Oh, dude, beat the shit out of me, please. Don't.
Yeah. I was the lucky recipient of both of those things. So
At the
same time.
Yeah, you got it from both ends.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's that. Much rather have a discussion and just explain. And they learn that way. And there's this old school train of thought that kids were just dumb and you don't know anything yet. And You need to just listen, do what I say, that kind of thing. And I think our generation has woke up to having lived through a lot of that stuff with our parents, and our parents not being knowing that this doesn't seem right, but like everyone else is doing it. And I don't know what else to do. And then our generation, I think, has figured it out a little bit and realized that like we don't have to do things the way our parents did it. And maybe the reason some of us are dealing with so much parent issues at this age is because they could have done things a little differently. Yeah, just chat, just talking, man. Kids are smart. They're intuitive. They understand things that are going on around them in the house. They're not as dumb as people think they are. They hear and see everything.
Dude, I was the smartest kid ever, so ain't
Or
nobody
smart.
got shit on me.
Or smart kid.
Yeah, I don't know.
You remember how they had to? Remember when we went to pre-K together and they had to separate us because we were too fucking bad in the same class?
No, but I believe it.
We were in the same AM class, and they moved you to PM, and I had to stay in AM, and they wouldn't let us be in the same class together.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
We've been getting in trouble together for as long as I can remember.
yeah. Just got older. We just got better at not getting caught.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I haven't been caught doing anything bad in a while.
Do you want to go steal something?
We'd have to do some like big ticket item, like a heist,
Ooh, yeah. Make it work.
Like I don't want to go steal like a soda.
No, I'm not interested in that.
Yeah.
I was thinking like people or like big property.
Ooh, we could steal people. You want to do a kidnapping?
Also called kidnapping, yes.
You want to do a kidnapping? I think we should do that.
I believe
we give them a really good time. Like just go grab somebody and throw them in the trunk and then be like, all right, you're mad, but
did that with a friend in college.
We're going to Las Vegas. We got you a plane ticket.
A random person.
Yeah.
Completely don't know who they are.
Yeah.
That'd be a lot of fun. We
Don't
did
be
that.
Mad.
Did that in college with a friend. He was just getting home. And he was like walking to his front door, and we just ambushed him and kidnapped him. It was fun. Fucked with him for half the day.
Yeah, that would be fun.
It was a good time. Had a bit of barbecue afterwards and hung out.
Good way to get shot today, but
today would be a great way to end up shot.
So we can't steal people. I don't want to get shot doing something
because
unless it's worth it. It have to be.
I'm very intoxicated and I have a gun in my waistband.
Right? Yeah. 100%. That's the only time you're supposed to carry is when you're drunk, because that's when you're out in public and you got to be able to defend yourself.
You got to be able to defend yourself. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I watched a video. Some of my favorite videos lately are of people getting shot because they don't think that someone's going to shoot them.
Oh yeah.
Like I have my gun drawn, back away, stop approaching me, stop threatening me. Like I've walked back 20 feet at this point. You're backing me into a wall. You need to stop. Okay, we've been at this. Do something. Pow. Ah! Ah! Like,
yeah.
We did this for 5 minutes. For 5 minutes, I warned you, and it's all on camera.
Have you seen the one where the two kids run up to the guy in his car and he gets out, like they have a gun, they're pointing it at him, and then the kid he's like, "Give me your car," or whatever, and he turns his head, and the guy knocks the gun out of his hand and like bear hugs him, and the kids just start squealing like a pig and screaming.
Dude, like a child. He was
what the fuck did you think was gonna happen? And then dude just body slams him. Like, you bring a gun out, dude. You better have around me. You better. I like the ones like home invasion ones, like child custody.
Yeah.
When they come in, they're like, "That's my son, damn it, and I'm gonna see him."
Yeah.
And then the guy came to the door with like an AR. He's like, "Back off my porch." And he's like, "You're not gonna tell me nothing." And the guy goes up and opens the door and he shoots him.
Yep.
And then the guy's just like mind blown, and his mom's screaming like,
"Yeah,
you shot my son!" Like,
yeah.
I don't know how many times I got to tell you, I'm gonna shoot you if you try and come in my house.
Yeah. Look, and the thing is like brandishing a weapon has become very popular, but not everybody views that as an empty threat. Like I have a wife and 3 kids that depend on me every single day. When you do something or act in a way that is threatening to me, I don't take that as a threat to me. I take it as a direct threat to my kids and my wife. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So that switch will go on from off to on real quick.
I'm really not sure I'd brandish. I think if I pull it, I'm pulling the trigger. I think if you get me to the point that it comes out of the holster, like as soon as it's out, I'm pulling the trigger.
You're not going to know that I was carrying a gun. You're going to. I'm going to try every option to de-escalate. I definitely don't want to do that.
It's a lot of paperwork.
it's a lot of paperwork, a lot in lawyers and
Yeah.
PTO that I don't have.
Right. And they take your firearm, and I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, yeah,
Also, I
especially
had a
that.
thought the other day. Let me ask you this, because me and Lamarticus were talking about it um, at a sniper match, but
Mhm.
at Snipers Unknown. Shout out to Ortiz. The If you have a gun that's like decked out, right? So mine's got the light and the holo sun and
Yeah,
upgraded trigger and flared magwell, like it's got all the stuff, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Upgraded slide, upgraded barrel. So if you use that thing on somebody, do you think you would be more likely to get in trouble than if you shot them with like a factory lock?
So
Because
this,
they're like, you built that thing for for a performer. You built that thing to kill people, and then you finally got to use it.
yeah, I mean,
If you were to go to court,
it's the same argument as if you kill somebody with martial arts and you've trained martial arts for a long time.
right? That's
This
the reason
idea
we had
that
that conversation.
you've trained all this time, you finally got the chance to kill somebody. Well, no, like I didn't get a chance to. I was forced to take another human's life. You think I'm standing here because maybe I
Yeah,
didn't want to, but no, that's not the point. Um, and the purpose of my Second Amendment right is to protect myself and my family and my property. And if adding a sight and an optic or a light source enables me to do that more effectively, that just falls within my Second Amendment right. It doesn't mean that to not do that would be irresponsible in a sense and potentially make me less effective in
yeah,
carrying through with and supporting the Second Amendment right. So I could see how a state DA's office in Chicago or New York would make that
yeah.
other argument, but I don't see it carrying a whole lot of weight, man. I
I
just
figured
don't.
my argument would be that I took the time to make sure that if I needed to use it, my weapon was equipped with the things to allow me to accurately engage a target and not injure a bystander.
Yeah,
Like that, I think that would be my defense. Like I
yeah, no,
wasn't out.
absolutely,
I didn't buy a $500 red dot to shoot somebody. Like in case you don't know that, I don't need that. I could do it
right,
with like any gun. It's not at 5 feet away. It's not a big deal.
right.
Because I feel like if they're more than 5 feet away, I'm just gonna run.
Also, it's like if I was just bloodthirsty and just wanted to kill somebody, would I spend $1,500 to building a gun to do it?
That's gonna get confiscated. Yeah, true that. I
Yeah,
mean, you
that's
eventually get it back, but
if that's just an itch I'm wanting to scratch, I'm not spending $1,500 to do it.
no, you can buy a 22 Savage pretty cheap.
Yeah, you can go start some shit in a club anywhere and pull out a gun and shoot someone point blank. You don't need all that other shit.
Why is it got to be a club? You meant like a country club,
Any kind of club, country club, strip
old
club,
old white people country club.
any of them, all of them.
Strip club would be. Do you see? I mean, I don't know if you have. I don't want to assume you don't go to strip clubs, but did you see that the dollar machines now are $2 machines? You put a $20 bill in there, you get $20 and $2 out. Genius. They doubled their prices for like.
So I watched a video the other day of what's referred to as I can't even say it out loud. It's called stayflation. And
Stayflation.
it's this idea that when inflation happens like it has the last couple of years, that there are permanent market adjustments that happen in the
Oh yeah,
market
yeah, yeah,
with homes, groceries. So the lady was explaining that while inflation may start to drop and we may see lower,
yeah.
drops in things like interest
No
rates
one's
and
gonna
things,
lower their prices.
most consumer goods are not going to go back down very much
Right.
because people are paying it and they'll continue to
And that's how
until
places like Aldi's exist.
until demand goes down and their bottom line starts to be here. But as long as people continue to buy it, the prices are going to remain supply and demand. And it just made me, as soon as you said that, it just made me think like I'm sitting there, I'm imagining some really smart guy that just can't get his life together. He's working in managing a strip club, and he's like, "We're putting $2 bills in there."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. And they'll never
all
come
the
back down.
all the girls just got double the income,
Yeah.
or did they? Because my cheap ass, I'm like, "That's $2. That's $2." Like, don't forget, this is two. I'm gonna tell her every
Wow.
time.
I'm
It's
not
$2.
sure. I really feel like it wouldn't change. I feel like the people would still spend the same. I don't know,
Probably.
man. It's just like having a stack of $1 bills. It's half the stack now.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you have to pre-plan strip clubs, which I don't know if you've ever done that, but I have never pre-planned a strip club. Usually
No,
it's
but
like, let's go to a strip club.
we should in Kentucky.
Yeah, I'm down. Oh yeah, hit us up. If you know any good strip clubs in Lexington, we'll be there in August. And we want to
Let
go
us
to a
know.
Lexington strip club. I'm trying to see what that Kentucky muff looks like.
Yeah.
Are they nude in Kentucky? Probably
I
not.
don't know anything about it.
Let's look it up. Kentucky strip club rules.
While you're
This is
looking
very
that up,
important. People need to
if you're
know.
still listening, the chances are you're a Patreon member. And we have our 200th episode coming up sometime probably late September. And we're soliciting ideas for anything, suggestions you guys have for that episode. We want to do something unique and fun, maybe a live episode, stretch it out a little while, have several guests. I don't know. We don't know yet, but we're soliciting input. So let us know. What'd you find?
Strip club ordinance. If you want nude, you have to drive to Lexington. So
Oh, okay.
looks
Interesting.
like Lexington's a spot. So there's probably some badass strip clubs in Lexington.
Maybe they may be no liquor though, which would be wild in Lexington. A lot of times the fully nude ones don't allow alcohol. You got to bring your own weird shit like that.
Dude, they have a cheetah. We should go there.
Is
You
there?
ever been to a Cheetahs?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, we should go to Cheetahs.
Are they a chain?
I don't know if it's a chain, but I've been to a couple Cheetahs, and they're always
Okay.
like,
I feel
I
like
think
it's one of
the
the.
name's cool.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those names that there's
They
one
have
in every
liquor.
town.
They got liquor.
You know, there's a Cheetahs in every town, but they're not all. None of them are connected.
It says Premier Gentlemen's Club.
Dress code?
Oh, I highly doubt it. They have a hot tub in there.
Get the fuck out.
I wonder if it's in the back room. That's pretty sick. Bottle specials, $2.50 select beers, two for $1 wells. Room specials are 10, 15, 30 minutes. You can get a 1 hour room special. Yeah. Dude, they have hot tubs. We were going to a strip club in bathing suits, man.
We should go with some people and just all pitch in and get a room and just wild out for a couple hours and leave.
Yeah, can. They got a pretty good looking liquor selection. So they
That's
got
fun.
beer, liquor, and nudity.
What more do you need?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, we can follow them on Instagram, Cheetah of Lexington. They only have 5,000 followers.
Oof, I need some more than that.
Well, I wonder how many people actually follow a strip club. That seems like a weird thing to do, right?
Yeah, I imagine it's not something folks are doing regularly. It is kind of a weird follow.
Yeah. It's also pretty weird to sit on your podcast and spend this much time talking about strip clubs.
But strip club, also weird. Luckily, it's at the end.
Yeah, it's
in our Patreon, the only one listening.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
I don't know. I'm sure we'll get a bunch of texts. I was listening.
Good.
My wife listens to the end, so she likes strip clubs, though, so we're good.
Jessica wants to go to one.
They can be fun. Have I ever told you about me and Ryan Slayball going to a strip club? I think it was either New Year's Eve. No, it wasn't. It was either Thanksgiving Day or Christmas Day. I can't remember which one it was, but it was like a day that you should not be going to a strip club. But like we were in the army. We didn't have any, like nobody was there. So everybody was gone and it was just us and we had nothing to do. So we went to a strip club and I was wearing a shirt that said, "I love Vegas sluts," because I had just bought this shirt in Vegas. And so we go in there and we ended up talking to the DJ. And so we ended up becoming good friends with the DJ and we hung out with him basically all night. And so they had a pole competition, like a strip pole competition.
Yeah.
And so they had girls like in the audience came up and stripped on the poles or whatever.
Nice.
And so me and Ryan were like, let's do it. So me and Ryan tag teamed it and I like pushed his 7-foot tall ass up the thing and he's like swirling down. We both got super burnt with the pole. Like,
nice.
It was not good, but we were drunk and had a great time and we won, believe it or not.
You won? Of course you did.
Yeah. And we won a bottle of champagne. So we got to go to the VIP section and drink this free champagne. So much fun. So anyway, the next time we went in there, which is like a regular Saturday night or something.
Yeah.
And it was hilarious because the DJ like turned and looked at us and saw us and pointed at us and he goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, the Las Vegas sluts." And the whole The whole place like exploded and was like they were all looking, and then the light shined on us, and it was two dudes, and then people were like, "What the fuck is this?"
Dude, that man, that deserves to be on film.
It was a great time.
Shit,
It was a
that's
great
fun.
time. All right, it's been a long day. It's approaching
hear
8:00. I left my house at 5:30 this morning, so I would like to go sit on the couch for a little bit and do nothing.
Cool. Well, thanks for listening, folks. Shoot us a message on social media or leave us a review if you can. Even if it's just a 1-word review and give us a rating, it helps us a lot. On
Tell us your favorite
on the
strip club.
socials. There
Leave
you
a
go.
comment of your favorite strip club.
It'd be funny if this is the episode. Everyone gets super amped up and commenty, and it's just on iTunes. It's just a bunch of strip club names.
Strip club names. Next time you're in Weekapog, go to this strip club.
Oh, God. All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks.
Cheers.
See?